Introducing Luminous Airbrush Spray Hydrating Primer, your secret weapon for flawless makeup. Lightweight and hydrating, it's your first step to a flawless look. Enriched with hydrolyzed silk, it smooths and conditions your skin, while hyaluronic acid locks in moisture, leaving your skin plump and radiant. Adjusting it for your skin type is easy. One spray works for normal skin. If you have drier skin or more textured areas, add a bit more. Oilier skin, use a little bit less. Now that your face is primed and hydrated, it's time to take your makeup to the next level. So grab your favorite Luminous Airbrush foundation and apply it as directed. Your Luminous Airbrush Hydrating Primer is formulated to work with all Luminous foundations, ensuring a natural, fresh, and polished look. Luminous Airbrush Spray Hydrating Primer. It's your skin's best friend.
Hello, my friends. Well, it is time for Wake Up and Airbrush. And we really like to tackle challenges that we have during this time. So here is what I'm hearing from a lot of people coming in to try our Luminous Airbrush Spray Foundation products. This bundle right here. This is what a lot of people are looking at or going for, all of the fun things. And what I am finding out is everybody's having skin challenges for this dry weather. It seems to be a thing. So I'm going to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to prep your skin, make sure it is good, hydrated, ready to go, so that when you do use this, it is the best flawless look you can do. So here we are. I have washed my face. I have moisturized my face. But here's what I want to tell you. A lot of times, what we don't do is we don't protect our face to the level that it needs protection. Okay. And so when I go to wash and clean my face, I'm going to exfoliate. I'm going to do all of the things to wash it. And then I'm going to use a serum. We have a lot of serums. So let your skin determine the serums you have. We have a pro vitamin B. We have niacinamide. We have hyaluronic. We have retinol. So if you are looking for hydration, I'm going to suggest hyaluronic and niacinamide. Those are really going to give you your best ability to hydrate the skin externally. So I also have a really cheap fix. if that is a thing. It's like a dupe for what can you do to lock in the serums that you're using. So grab one of our serums, wash your face, grab a serum, okay? And then if you don't have a moisturizer that you love to put on top of it and your skin is dry, I mean, mine was so dry, it was almost hurting. Are you ready? Grab a clear healing ointment. It doesn't have to be any name brand. It's fragrance free. And all it really does is it protects the skin. It helps build that skin barrier and lock in the serum you just placed on your skin, letting it really do its job and stay in there. So go ahead and do that. Oh, hello, Andrea. I'm so glad you're here. So glad you could join us. If you're new, guys, come on in, say hello. We're going to be doing a demo in just a minute. But right now we're talking about how do you get your skin through this dry season and your makeup still look the best it can look. And so that is going to come in with using serums, hydrating serums, whether it be the niacinamide, whether it be the hyaluronic serum, or whether it be the vitamin B. Rose water serum is great to tone the skin, but any of these three serums you can use in the day, you can use in the evening, and you're going to want to put the serum on and then add a moisturizer to lock it in. And again, I don't care what moisturizer you put on top of it. Last night, my skin was so dry from just the, humidity and all of the things that I had put my skin through that I pulled out my clear healing ointment. I've been hearing of people putting diaper rash um, on their face. Look, this is the same thing, except it's not white and it is clear. Look, let me show you. It is just a clear, you can't even hardly see it. And it just locks in. I want you to see what it does to my skin. It just locks in that moisturizer. You don't even have to have a name brand. Let that go on. Put that on overnight. Now, I don't know that I'd wear it in the daytime. You do not want to do this treatment like whenever you're going to put makeup on. Okay, it's really a slick, it is really a hydrating formula. It's meant to build up your skin barrier. So give yourself a specialty treatment with one of our serums. Use whatever serum you want that will hydrate. You can even use the retinol. It'll work with the retinol. But any of these serums that we've got going right now on special, grab these, put them on. They will hydrate your skin. They will do anti-aging on your skin, and then lock that in, and put on a barrier cream, put on a healing ointment, put on a heavy, thick moisturizer, all of the stuff to help seal in those serums and heal your skin. This will moisturize and heal your skin so that when you come in to put your foundation on and you come in to put your primer on, your skin is as hydrated as it can be. Andrea, yes, ma'am. I got a haircut and I changed the hair color. Not sure how I feel about it. You know, sometimes we do and make good decisions with the hair, and sometimes it is not so great. So we will find and see how this hairstyle plays out. If not, we'll grow it out and go back to the hot pink, right? Alrighty, so that is my tip and trick for dry skin prep, to get it back moisturized where it needs to be so that your foundation can look as good as it can look and it doesn't settle into dry patches or crepey skin or larger pores. So do that. Get a serum, lock it in with a healing ointment overnight, and your skin will look totally different and feel totally restored and moisturized the next day. And then you will be ready to have your look polished and put together and not patchy and not setting and not all of the other things. Alrighty, friend, let's do our demo. This will be the first time that I have done makeup with this new haircut. And if you remember, I have really bright hair, I did have really bright hair. So going to like a platinum and it really short like this, we're going to have to see how the makeup looks and see how it changes and see what it looks like on. So Airbrush Spray Silk Foundation. This is my bundle that I love. The primer, my skin's prepped. I did that ointment treatment last night to help hydrate my skin because my skin was dying on me, guys. It was not great. And so this right here is going to be, I want you to watch what this does to my under eyes. Everybody pay attention. If you want to see a real before and after live with no filter, you're going to see this product work in action right before your eyes. Andrea, well, is the healing ointment better than a night moisturizer? I love with my foundation, I don't ever see the luminosity afterwards. You know what, Andrea? I would try it. It depends on how dry your skin is. So night moisturizers are usually heavier moisturizers. And so they do, usually lock it in. But my night moisturizer, and I've got an expensive one. Let me just say, I've got an expensive one. And this is like $3.99. And this worked better than my night moisturizer. Now, would I use it every night? No. It really is a treatment to hyperhydrate the skin. If my skin continued to stay dry, okay, I would use it more often. But not every night. But couple it with a serum. That serum really does help with all of the other items, the anti-aging, the hyaluronic. This is really just to lock it in and hyper moisturize what you're putting on your face. So If you're finding out that your night moisturizer isn't quite giving you everything you need, regularly it works well, but like right now you need that little extra oomph. Try that trick. Okay, let's prime. You ready? Watch. This primer is clear, my friends. It's clear. I want you to watch what it does to this side of my face. You can see the redness. You can see the under eye darkness. It is going to come in. It is going to knock the inflammation down. It is going to hydrate my skin. And my skin's fairly hydrated because I did that little trick last night. And it is also going to pull and take the inflammation down out of my skin. And you'll be able to really see it under my eyes because that is where I hold my dark pigmentation, is under my eyes. And so you'll be able to kind of really just see what it can do and how it makes your skin look like you have a filter on it when you don't. Okay, so take a look. Look how much lighter and how much smoother and how much softer that side is versus this side. I mean, you can see all of the pigments, you can see all of the darkness, all of the puffiness, all of the under eyiness. And this one is a little bit lighter, a little bit softer, and a little bit clearer. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side because nobody needs to walk around looking like that. And we want to make sure that our skin is moisturized and ready for our foundation. The main thing to remember about our foundation and what makes it so different is that it is a high pigment foundation. And so a little bit really does go a long way. And most people are accustomed to using a lot of foundation on their face, even if it's just one drop. You know, it's still a good amount of foundation compared to just having the primer or just having the pigmentation on your skin. So we want to make sure we prime and we want to make sure we set our skin up for success to disperse that pigment out and it be able to give the coverage we want without oversaturating it too much. Okay, I am using shade 20 today. I'm leaning into my fair girl skin. I can wear anywhere from a 20 to a 30. I lean into 30 in the summer. 25 is where I like to play. But with this hair color, I wanted to see what my 20 looked like. So I'm leaning. I'm wearing the 20 spray. I'm doing 2 short sprays. And I am just going to move that from forehead to cheek to chin, dispersing that pigment all across my face. Again, this pigment is super saturated. So what you want to do is you want to go ahead and put a light pass of it all over before you try to build coverage. Because when this hits your skin, it is actually going to expand on your skin and give you more coverage than what it looks like it's going to give you on the brush. So go ahead and do that. Make sure you only put a light amount on this brush to create a look before you build coverage with it, okay? You want to make sure you don't oversaturate. A lot of people put a lot more on than they actually need. I want a little bit more coverage in this area. And so I'm going to come in and I am just going to buff in a little bit more coverage right in that front area. I don't go all the way on the forehead. I don't go all the way down the side. I only put the coverage where I need it because I want it to look natural. I don't want it to look heavy. I don't want it to look overdone. I don't want it to look like heavy makeup. And that's just my preference. I am a makeup girl, so I do like makeup, but I'm also over 50. And so my goal really is for my skin to look the best that it can look without looking heavy or oversaturated. That's it. That's my foundation. Now, does it look a little fair? Absolutely 100%. Did that on purpose. I like it that way because I'm going to go in with contour and eyeshadows and blush, and I'm going to add some color in there like this. This is like frosting a cake, people. We've baked the cake. Baking the cake is the moisturizer, the prepping of the skin, the making it good. This is the frosting of the cake. I put on the base frosting. So, like if I were using white vanilla, I would put on a white vanilla cake. If I were making chocolate, I'd put on a chocolate cake. This is the frosting. Now I'm going to come in and I'm going to decorate the cake with whatever pretty decor I want. So that is my analogy for makeup today. I think I'll bake a cake today, but that is how I view it. Okay, so let's go in and let's do some contour work. And we're just going to put on a little bit here and there. You can choose where you add your contour. It is usually a good idea to kind of just assess your face makeup or how your face is structured to know where to put that contour. I almost always put it under my chin or on my jawline to accentuate that jawline. I have a pretty high forehead, and so I will put it on the forehead to go ahead and accentuate that. And then I don't blend like most people blend. I will come in and I do a buffing blend at the end. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and just do my eyeshadow real quick. Check it out. Isn't that beautiful? I'm going to do my eyeshadow so that when I put my concealer on, it's my cleanup. And so I like having cleanup done with my eyeshadow. And so let's just go ahead and add a little bit here. Lighten it up just a bit. Okay, that might have been a little too heavy. And I think I want to do like a deeper purpley mauve today. We have some really pretty matte colors right here, and all of them kind of have a luminosity or that, but these are all matte. And so I think I'm going to use that burgundy brown matte and just pop that on there. Go with like a little bit of a deeper eye today. Let's play that out, see how it works. Come on in, say hello, my friends. We are talking tips and tricks for skincare and making sure that your makeup looks the best that it can look through the winter months. And sometimes that is changing our skincare routine just a little bit, adding something to it, taking something away, going a little bit heavier, giving ourselves a nighttime treatment, which is what I talked to you guys about, was adding some serums to your treatment and then going in and doing a nighttime treatment with a barrier cream. And again, I showed you guys a very inexpensive barrier cream. I couple that with our serums, and I did a treatment last night and it works beautifully. I am taking a Q-tip and just wiping any of the leftovers that fell down just a little bit off of there. And I know this looks a little crazy right now. It's dark. It's not refined. It's not pretty, but trust the process. I like simplicity. And when I say that, I like my steps and putting my makeup on to be easy. I don't want to sit there and blend a bajillion times, guys. I don't. So, you know, I don't want to blend 1,000 times. I want to do it once. I want to go in. I want it to look seamless and pretty. So sometimes that just means that I need to wait, let it all heat with my skin, and then come back in and change it up a bit. So today, I do think I am going, that is a pretty deep eye from what I normally wear, but I think I'll amp it just a little bit more. What can you do about the love luminosity with foundation? I'm supposed to see it on myself, or are others to see it? Okay, so love, if you put love in the foundation, it should change the sheen of your foundation to simply have a little bit more luminosity. The amount of love that you put in your airbrush spray breeze or your airbrush breeze will determine how much luminosity the foundation goes up. You can and should see it, but do not judge it like in your bathroom. Go in and add your drops to your foundation to find out the finish that you want. To find out the finish that you want, Andrea, do what you think you want it to do, and then go in and airbrush, and then hop on over and go outside and check the luminosity. Love is a subtle luminosity. It is not going to be like it's subtle. And so just remember that it's meant to be a subtle luminosity. If you want something that's a little bit more, then you're going to have to go with glow, or you're going to have to go with one of the pearlized illuminators, which may be a little much. But love is definitely a more subtle sheen to it. And if you're needing more luminosity to your skin, then I would suggest doing some skin treatments and maybe doing less color on there, or the silk. The silk has some luminosity added to that. Hello. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. I am just doing a little bit of this, and I'm fixing to go in, and I am fixing to blend all this fun stuff. I will tell you, Andrea, if you are looking for some luminosity, especially on the cheeks or whatever, ooh, that looks cray-cray right there. Let's go ahead and do that just a little bit. Blend that out just a bit. Normally I don't blend, but that was a little heavy. Okay, the Airbrush Spray Blush has beautiful luminosity on the cheek, and I'm fixing to show you. So I've got a little bit of luminosity right here. You can see it's got a little bit because I did that trick I told you. So this right here, it's got good pigment. 2 little sprays does my cheeks. But I want you also to check out the luminosity this gives to my skin. I even do this a little bit on my nose, and I don't normally put blush on my nose, but I love the luminosity it gives, and I love the reflective tone that it gives. And so the new blush is a great, it's a great color. It's a great finish. It looks great on older skin. I'm over 50, and so it works beautifully on older skin, and it gives you a highlight in with it. So let's go in. I told you I always go in at the very end, and I do a final buffing to blend my contour, to blend my concealer, to blend my brush, just to do a final blend. It also lifts up any excess foundation I may have on. And it doesn't matter how I'm applying my foundation, whether it be with the Airbrush Spray Silk Foundation or whether I do the Breeze, just don't over buff. That's one of the things you can do. If you over buff or press too hard, you can definitely lift up too much. So I want to show you something. If you'll look right here on the side of my nose, it's a little bit deeper. It's a little bit got that craggy. That's because I didn't get my ointment there. And so that's from dry skin. That has nothing to do with the foundation. That has nothing to do with the makeup. That is my skin having challenges due to the dryness. And so that right there means that I probably need to add a little bit extra moisturizer, exfoliate around my nose in those extra dry areas, and add that hyperhydration in that particular area. All righty, let's add that back in there. Let's do a lip today. I normally am a pretty light lip girl, but today I think I'm going to add just a little bit of color because I wanna. Just a little bit of a tinted lip balm. And I do think I'm going to flutter over my skin. If you have not tried our powder, our setting powder, give it a shot. This is probably the only powder I would ever use on my skin because it is a blurring powder, which means it is finely, finely milled, and it's not going to get really heavy on my skin or go into my fine lines and wrinkles that are under my eyes. So it's going to be very kind to my skin texture. And that right there, my friends, is what we want, is kindness to our skin texture and really just keeping our skin texture plump, hydrated, and ready to go. All right, that is our wake up and airbrush today. I hope you take away my tips and tricks for doing or for having hydrated, ample skin over those dry area months. Get you a great serum. Use the serums we have to hydrate your skin, to help with the retinol, to do what they need to do. And then lock that serum in as a overnight treatment with a healing ointment and hit those areas that are really, really dry. Just put it on. And it doesn't matter what brand it is, it's just a healing ointment. So just do an overnight treatment with that. That will plump up, refresh, and hyperhydrate your skin so that when you go in to put on your Airbrush Spray Silk Foundation and use your kit, that your skin will be in its best shape, most hydrated, and you'll get your foundation to look the best that it can look. All righty, my friends, I hope you are having a great holiday season. Christmas is coming up soon. So if you need to get Christmas presents in, go ahead and go get them done. And we will see you back here soon. Ask your questions, come in, connect with the beauty experts. They are there Monday through Friday. You can check us out online. We've got a group called Luminous Live where you can connect with us. We've got social media pathways you can connect with us. We've got a dedicated 1-800 number where you can connect with us. So go ahead and make sure that you just connect, ask your questions, come on in, and let's create beauty together. All righty. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow. And remember, the most beautiful thing you can do is be kind. So be kind to yourself and be kind to others. I'll see you next time.